Hello, namaskar. Today we are going to talk about a very special kind of a pen, an Urushi pen, of course. But instead of getting into the details about this is Makei, that is Tamenuri, this is Urushi, which most of you have told me found very complicated. We will just show you the pen and briefly tell you how it has been made, but and why, of course, these pens as a class, why Urushi pens or Makei pens are so damn expensive. Now, and I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. And there is another segment, of course, who want to know everything about everything. And these are the people, who keep telling me that make your videos more detailed. So what I will be doing is, I will be keeping it simple here in the video and write some of the details that, that kind of academic part of the viewership wants. We will write about it in the description, and I'm of course there at all times at your service. So if you have any questions or if you have any queries about this particular pen or any pen, ink or accessory or stationery in general, please you can write to me. I'm pretty accessible, and I try to answer all your queries as soon as I see them. So, I don't think that will be a big hassle. Now, the point is, I met Mr. Vivek Kulkarni of the Urushi Studio India, again at TIPS, which is the India Pen Show. This year it was the third edition of the Indian Pen Show, and I was there, and I was so glad, of course, to meet Mr. Kulkarni. And every time you meet Mr. Kulkarni, he shows you his latest creation, the new pens that he makes, and we invariably end up talking about Urushi, about his art form, about what he is trying to do, about what he has already achieved, and what he has set out to achieve. And one of the pens that I've got that I want to share with you today is this particular pen from Urushi Studio India. Now, lovely box, as you can see, and it has this beautiful pen pillow, but this is the pen, and we will show you the pen, and I'll briefly tell you about how this pen has been arrived at and answer some of your questions. Now, this is the pen. I hope you can see this. This is the pen, a beautiful piece of creation. Now, why this is a hatke kind of Urushi is because I hope you can see it, but this has a texture. There is a textured feel. This has a texture which has been created by undulations on the surface of the pen, and keeping with Japanese traditions, as you can see, the same texture is also there at the finials of the pen. So, I mean, this is the kind of detailing that goes into the making of these pens. Now, it has the standard features, the nib, the the converter. These are the nib, feed section, the converter. These are the general stuff which is available in the 1,000 different pens. But What makes this one stand apart is of course the Urushi work, the lacquer work on the pen, and we will concentrate on that. Now, most of you know by now, and I've also extensively written about it and done videos about Urushi pens where we have said that this is about a base which may be ebonite or anything. Say for example an ebonite base on which the Urushi lacquer is applied, and slowly it is rubbed off either with charcoal or charcoal sediments, or with very fine paper, sandpaper, and then again it is, once it dries, another layer of Urushi is applied, and this is a process that keeps continuing till the master or whoever is creating the pen is satisfied as to the quality of the work that has been achieved. Now in this particular pen, there is Urushi lacquer and base coloring materials which have been arrived at, or which have been mixed to a fine paste, which is applied on the pen, and then it is hand manipulated so that instead of having a very clean and clear coat, it becomes chaotic, and it is this chaos with which Mr. Kulkarni wants to create the cosmos out of this pen, and that's about it. And this is one of the primary reasons why pens like these are so damn expensive, because they involve the workmanship of an artist for an inordinate amount of time, where they have to keep working on a pen where it is coated, then sandblasted, then cured, then coated again, and it goes into a curing station, for example, where the temperature and moisture content of a particular period of time in Japan is tried to be replicated here in India, so that a similar effect can be arrived at. So this is not only a creation of the greatest kind of workmanship or artistry, but it is also an example of back-breaking work that has taken months at an end to complete, and that is another reason why Urushi pens are so expensive. Besides, all the material that has gone into the making of this pen, they're all first class. Not only first class, they're all imported from Japan, and the nib, the feed, the converter they may be generic, but they are the best in their class, the best that money can buy. So that is another reason why these pens are so expensive. Now the point is, for a pen like that, you don't say it's expensive. The point is that this pen is priceless as a work of art. And am I happy? I'm proud. I'm proud, and to be proud of the fact that God has given me enough to be holding such a work of art in my hand, and to be caressing it, and to be loving it, and to possess it. So thank you. I hope if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, because I'm deliberately not making this video too big or making it too complicated, because I want everyone to watch, and that's it. Any questions, please ask, please write back, and I will certainly get back to you. Thank you.